To the bunker again. Woo! Here we go. Batya, you got the bomba?
I get the bomba.
Good. We got the bomba. די, הבאתם גם אוכל. איזה מלכים. We got more food this time. Okay. Now let's walk slowly. Take a deep breath.
Stairs don't fall.
Exactly. This elevator takes us to the center of the earth, but we're not gonna go there today. Whew. All right. So, another alarm, another barge of rockets.
They just stuck by her.
Yeah, they're more chill than us, these guys. That's good. Whew. Another barge of attacks that is aimed on Israel from Iran.
Someone needs to turn up the water tank.
Yeah, the level of water here is getting higher every time. We should come with a snorkel next time, just in case. So whoever came to the channel, welcome back, guys. We're just trying to show you life in Israel right now during these attacks from Iran. That it might actually, אהלן, מה קורה? נכון, זה חברים just met people that I know here. So they say that the attacks are going to get bigger and that might be aiming them this time on power grids and chemical factories that Israel have, which, if that hits, is going to be way, way worse damage that will be done. By the way, some of the rockets that were shot at us yesterday, when we got out of the bunker, we checked, they were about 500 meters away from where I am now. Some of the landings. And I'm not giving any locations here, you know, it's quite a large area that you can be in Tel Aviv, and several shots have been landed here. But we were able to feel the ground here in the bunker even. We're able to hear the explosions. And I'm doing live, by the way, so if anyone doesn't want to be in the video, just tell me. And is that a dog or a cat? Cat. Can I see it? Yes. Look at that. Oh, so cute. That's a cute cat. So, yeah. One thing that I can say from today is I took the day today, spent the day resting during the day. I worked a little bit, but I rested because last night we had barely no sleep. And it seems like the Iranians are more fixated on shooting during the night rather than during the day, maybe because it's easier for them to hide their rockets and launchers. So just so you can have energy, you gotta think in terms of days ahead and not only 1 day, 2 days. So we're ready. Boker tov. אהלן, בוקר טוב, לילה טוב. Live. שידור. Hi vlog. Everybody's looking a bit happier. מה קורה? Same people. So it looks, like I said, it looks like it's gonna be a few days coming, the attacks and the launching. Some said maybe even weeks until Netbag is gonna open. So we need to be prepared. So sleeping, getting ready. I also use the time. Shalom, shalom. See, welcome to Israel, guys. Welcome to Israel. So it's so funny, literally, the demographics that is here is beautiful. Religious people, very not religious people, high-tech people, any line of work or society. Right now there's Jews and one Arab, that's me. But later on, there's probably going to be more and more coming. שם יש שם כיסאות. So, what I'm saying is, I also use the time to go and do some shopping and basic stuff, just in case electricity falls down. So we bought some gas bottles, how do you call it? So you can put this thing, stove, and you can cook in your house. If I don't want to go live with Rebecca, I definitely want to go live with Rebecca, and the plan was actually to go live today, but man, I didn't notice the time. So actually, yeah, it's definitely my bad, Rebecca, my bad. We should do live maybe after we get back from the bunker. We can do a live together and talk about it. Not only Rebecca, I'm actually planning on doing a live with Yunus. If you know Yunus, he's a former Iranian that is living in the UK. Brilliant commentator about the war and the situation in Iran. I already interviewed him once when I was in the UK, when I went to check the level of anti-Semitism that is going in that country. Quite in the beginning of the war, I dressed like a pro-Palestine demonstrator with a cafe and everything, went inside just to hear the crazy stuff that they say there. Funny enough, it's basically to hear what all the people that have been affected by the Iranian propaganda. You see a lot of maybe the head of the snake behind all this propaganda of pro-Palestine, pro-Iran, Muslim Brotherhood has been coming from Iran. They've been pushing that agenda, and they're pushing it so slowly. Not only them, Qatar and others, they're pushing that agenda to poison the brains of the West about what's happening around the world. But anyway, my point is, and that's what I want to try to give you guys today until they start shooting rockets at us. Prepare yourself as much as you can to make life easier on yourself during times of bombing or siege or I don't know what. Some things you don't want to get caught. Some things can be very simple. If you take care of them, life will become much, much better. The weather, elements of the weather. So you want to have the right dressing, the right coat. First aid kit, very easy to get. And when you need it, it's a life and death. Shoes instead of flip-flops or boots. You don't want your feet to get injured on rocks, I've seen yesterday when I was here, there were a few young people with flip-flops, but now I see everybody's wearing shoes, so that's good. No, here, there's still one with flip-flops. He's not ready for the apocalypse. And food. I always say make sure you have enough food and survival gear with you for at least 48 hours. Because in the first 48 hours, that's going to be the crucial time where everybody will be so confused, no one would know what's happening. And that's the time that you want to be focused on making the right decisions in terms of where to go, what to do, who to meet up with, who to go and save and help and I don't know what. And you don't want to waste time on being hungry, on being thirsty, on being injured just because you don't have the right clothing or gear or looking for a flashlight or energy or I don't know what. So the first 48 hours you want to be super focused and say, this time I'm going to make sure I'm giving the most precise and right decisions for me, for the safety of my family and my friends, and etc. So always try to plan something for the first 48 hours. So you have enough with you for that. Whew. Let's see. Well, no rockets have landed yet. משהו יש עדכונים? No news, Batya? The microphone? I'll put it in the next one. I'm gonna sit next to you, Batya. So I'm here with Batya.
Hey guys!
My commentator, boots on the ground in Tel Aviv.
You know, I watched your live today.
You did?
I didn't see me there.
You didn't? Because I blurred you.
Okay,
I did.
I can't,
I don't know. No one is wondering, how do I have
Wants to
reception?
be famous!
He doesn't want to show me.
Can I show you this time, or should I blur you this time again?
Hello, guys. We are here from Israel. This is, wait. Ashok?
Mansur.
Mansur Ashok.
Ashka. Yeah, that's
Ashkar.
good. Very
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
How's the feeling here, guys?
Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic?
Claustrophobic.
We brought food.
You brought food?
Yeah, I brought food. I don't know how long we're gonna stay here, so I brought food.
You see, we brought Bamba, by the way. We brought Bamba.
Always got our
Always Bamba,
Bamba.
guys.
I brought you, please.
Shimurim.
She's got some real problems.
Any more food that we have here? Anyone? I know I see any cooking stuff? No? Nothing?
We have fine spirits.
Yeah, we're coming. We're ready. Actually, everybody's day than yesterday, I think. That's good.
Got to
That's
sleep a
good.
little bit.
What is that? This is before the bombing, yeah. That's true, that's true. Ah. Do you think it's gonna come in time second? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have,
I hope, yeah.
You hope, yeah?
Yeah, I wanted to get over it.
Oh man. What are you saying, Andy? We have what?
Aero missiles are out.
All the missiles are out.
Seems that they come to Haifa.
Maybe to Haifa. So we're hearing here that maybe the rockets have been out, shot already the missiles, and they're aiming to Haifa. That's where I said before, maybe they're trying to hit some targets. The spirits here are high. That's good. The spirits here are high. How's that? The Druzim, the Amrikayim, actually mostly Americans and Europeans, but a lot of Druze people all around the
Yeah,
world.
some new comments.
It's a little funny.
Fadi.
No, I'm not funny. I'm Jewish.
What do you guys think about the Druze?
We think they're very good. They are friends.
They're awesome. We have a lot
They're
of
part of us.
truth in our...
And yeah, we had some training in the course that had to be frozen because of the war, and very much of the instructors there were Jews.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were all Jews.
So you see, guys, in Israel, the Druze have assimilated so perfectly into society. Here we have safety, security, jobs. I don't know
Our
what.
officer is a Druze.
Her officer is Druze. See what I mean? This is a live witness of what real coexistence looks like. I keep saying that the Druze and the Jews is the best picture in the world, in the Middle East, for real coexistence. Real coexistence. A country need to be measured about their moral and humanitarian level by the way that they treat minorities. That is one thing that we have to hold Syria accountable, by the way. How are they treating the minorities? The Christians, the Druze, the Alawites, the Ismaili, the Kurds, whoever, all the minorities there, how they've been treated. That's the way. It's funny how everybody here is a little bit more lifted up than yesterday. Yesterday was rough. And we had like 3 rounds yesterday of bombing, so. Batya, where's my bomba?
Snack break.
Snack break. There you go. The bomba?
She's ready. Hey.
פתח, תזעק ליוטיוב.
I was born in the U.S. I moved here like 18 years ago. Oh, you're Jewish.
That's very important, having some snacks in Bamba. כן, אני מאילת. במקור, אבל מעוספיא ומע'אר.
לידי.
וואלה. את מיוקנעם. אהלן. שכנים לגמרי. She's my neighbor. Kind of. She lives in a Jewish town that's close to my village where I was born. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a video so people can see in the world kind of what life is in Israel during the time in bomb shelter and everything. So I'm just going to be keeping it live until
our commander gets in and tells you to shut it off because you can't film it.
Luckily, I'm not a soldier anymore.
איפה היית בצבא?
לא יכול להגיד פה. אבל הייתי קצין. הייתי קצין דרוזי, בדיוק כמו החברים שלכם.
גם לא יכול להגיד, אז זה הרבה יותר חשוב.
כן. וואו. So.
It is
כן,
boiling in here.
הלוואי, זאת אומרת, יוצא להם אם הייתי שם עכשיו, קורע אותם, פרק אותם. I said I was an officer. They asked me where. I said I can't really say. And then they said maybe in the Iranian Republic. I said I wish I would have kicked their tusik right now if I was there. Right, but yeah. Israel is a bad tusik nation, I always say. Israel is such a bad tusik nation, and right now our Air Force is established complete dominance.
From Denmark.
Oh yeah?
My husband's from Denmark. Well, his mom's from Denmark.
That's true. Andy is a Viking. Andy is a Danish, Israeli, Jewish Viking. Oh. So yeah, the Air Force of Israel have established basically complete dominance over the air in Iran. I've heard and I've seen videos of Iranians shooting with, some kind of a World War I machine gun, almost kind of trying to intercept these fighter jets. They became completely clueless and desperate in terms of trying to fight Israel, to the point that they're actually now asking countries like Saudi Arabia to condemn Israel and to start pushing down, which, they always do these games, condemning, not condemning, and all kind of stuff. But the real question that comes to us, at least, the people of Israel, is how long can they keep launching rockets at us? How long can they keep attacking until this is finished? They said that they have bigger rockets that they want to send, missiles. The Shaheed, not the Shaheed, the Haybar. They have the Haybar Ya Yahud rocket that they want to send, which is supposed to be much more precise. So up until now, they send rockets that have between 500 to 1 ton of explosive in it, but their accuracy is something about... Bati, I'm gonna leave my backpack here with you, okay? Their accuracy is something about 2 kilometer radius. 2 kilometers radius, that would be around, I'm just roughly saying, 1,500, a mile and a half kind of radius. So as you can see, when you shoot these kind of rockets that have so much explosive, with that radius of accuracy, you are bound to hit civilians, anything. They don't care. They're just kind of looking at a general area, a lot of population there, a lot of hospitals, a lot of schools. Just launch a barrage of 100 rockets and just see missiles and see where it's going to hit. So now they threaten that they're going to use the Haybar missile, and that one should have a 20-meter radius of accuracy. And they kind of made also the threat that this attack is going to be way worse in terms of targeting key locations, power plants, chemical factories, and all kind of stuff that's gonna show a bit more impact situation in Israel. I can tell you one thing, and I think Israel is doing quite a bad job in that aspect. Israel is not showing enough videos, if you ask me, of the success and the operations happening right now in Iran. And I understand, that they always think professionally. But what they're showing everyone is the damage that happened in Tel Aviv and the damage that happened from the bombing. And too many people are just going and recording that. And it's giving a bit of a more wrong impression of the situation. And that's something that we should always get better at in terms of what do we show. And we should always show more success and less of the damage happening. We should not hide it, be like these countries, but anyone who's not from Tel Aviv and who starts seeing these videos, unless you're watching my videos when walking outside, you'll think it became like a complete war zone, that it's all destroyed or I don't know what. Yes, wherever the rocket landed, there was a lot of damage. But Israel intercepted more than 90% of these rockets and missiles that were shot on Israel. So today, people were going to the beach. There were people in Speedos in the beach today in Israel. Not me, I wasn't with a Speedo, but there was more people in Speedos on the beach right now, playing matkot and just enjoying their time in Israel. So, we need to put things in proportion in what's happening. And I think we should start showing more and more of what is happening in Iran, because it does